What up? Today's book review, The School of Greatness by Lewis Howes, right? A real world guide to living bigger, loving deeper, and leaving a legacy. All right, so I read this book. This book was recommended to me by a friend, and it's kind of a self-help book about business, health, family. And in this book, Lewis Howes, he actually says that you should have goals for all three categories: business, family, health. And he goes deep into, how he basically got his life together, right? And he gives a lot of tips for you getting your shit together. And I'm going to share some of those tips. In this book, he mentions a lot about mentors and the professors he had and the people that he learned from, when he was really, down and out. And a few things that I got from this book, right? One, have a purpose in life, right? Because you can have all the money in the world, all the success, but at the end of the day, if you achieve and you feel empty, then you don't really have a purpose in life. So, he gives a lot of good pointers of like what are the healthy habits that successful people have, right? So one of the healthy habits that I read about constantly is meditating, right? So he meditates every morning. Meditating, eating healthy, things like working out, of course, but even things like, stress. He mentions stress affects the cortisols in your body, which is doesn't let releases a hormone that that messes up your immune system, right? And doesn't let you get physically healthy. So stress messes up your physiology, but also things like not getting enough sleep, things of that nature. I really enjoyed learning about the mentors that he had, and one of the mentors he had was Cal Maynard. He was born with no limbs or no arms or legs. I forgot. That was like in the beginning of the book, but basically, even though he had this deficiency, he still, wrestled in high school, played sports, and never, had that excuse of, I have no limbs or whatever. He even climbed a mountain that, I forgot what was the name of the mountain, but basically he was one of the, few that climbed this mountain, and half a dozen people every year, right, I read that died trying to get on the top of this mountain. So he went on the top of this mountain and all the way down. He did it with a team, but unassisted by himself. And so he learned from that mentor, to not have any excuses. One mentor, I remember one time he went to India, and he asked the kid, what do you want out of anything in the world? What would you want in life? And he thought of himself was like, oh, if I was that kid, I could think of a million things, a car, nice house, video games, so on and so forth. But, the kid said a pencil, right? So right there, that was one lesson, right, that he got from India, to like be grateful for what you have and not take anything for granted, because it's like a pencil. I have a whole cup full of pencils at home, but kids in India and stuff like that, they don't have pencils. And the reason why he wanted a pencil is because he wanted knowledge and education, right? And he thought having a pencil would be a good start for that, right? So never take anything for granted. In this book, he gave the importance of giving to charity and kind of participating in whatever it is that you believe in, right? Clean planet, healthy food, whatever it is, right? Join a charity, donate to charity. If you don't have, nothing to donate, then volunteer. And that was one of the challenges that, he gave out in the book. So, yeah, it's a really, really good. I don't want to tell you the ending to the book because I think it was It's very like deep and profound. But if you're looking for a good book, it's 2015's bestsellers, and I really got a lot out of the book, and yeah, I really recommend it. Hard Body approved. Peace out.